Hi and welcome back. Today I have a mini tutorial on a method to digitally paint hair. I will be using the Krita software, but I think this method can be applied to any software of your choice. Originally, I was trying to do a time-lapse video of this painting, but because I don't know what I'm doing, I lost about 80% of the capture, so now it's a tutorial. I am using a photo reference by Jonathan Waiter, so I'll be sure to link the reference down below in the description box. So you can break down this method into 4 basic steps. For the first step, all you're worried about is the basic overall shape of the hair. I did that in a new layer, used a regular round brush at 100% opacity, and just used dark brown as the base color. So for the second step, I'm working on building my color palette that I'll be using for the hair. I will still keep working on the same hair layer, but if you notice on the right docker in the layer section, right next to that layer there's a little checkered box which I'll click, and that'll lock the alpha channel so that I don't lose the overall shape of the hair. I'm still working with the same round brush, but the opacity I'm changing, it ranges around 20 to 40%. That way it blends better with the colors I have already set down. And in this step, I'm not really worried about detailed, it's more about getting the basic colors down. So this is just a side point. I tend to paint with lighter colors, I don't know why. But to fix that, I actually ended up going to the filter in the menu bar, clicking on adjust, and then the brightness contrast curve to fix that. For the third step, I lightly erase the edges of the hair using an eraser at about maybe 10-15%. That way the face itself becomes the focal point and the hair is more soft and blurred. So the fourth step is where the fun starts. It's where you get to use the colors that you've already laid down and you start giving the hair detail. So what you do is you have to make sure that you've turned off the alpha channel lock so that you can work outside what you've already painted on that layer, and change the opacity of the brush to low so that it'll blend better with the colors that you've already laid down, and make sure the size of the brush is smallish so that you can make those hair strands. And now what you get to do is use the color selector tool, which looks like a little eyedropper on the tools menu on the left side of the screen, and that way you can pick up the colors that you've already laid down for the hair strands. And again, to make the hair look more soft and fluffy, I did use an eraser at low opacity to smooth out the edges. So here's a secret, step 5. In order to get that glowy look, you can play around with the blending mode, which you can change either on that top menu under the click down normal box. You can change that to overlay, or you can also do it on the right docker underneath the layers. Change again that whole layer from normal to overlay. That way it'll give you a stronger effect than if you just change the brush setting. But I was just doing it in a new layer, and that way you can just paint over what you've already had, and it gives that really pretty glowy effect. So thanks again for stopping by. I hope you found this little tutorial useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe for more tutorials. Thanks, bye.